Hello.
We're back in your special place again.
We're back in my special workroom / studio / escape place.
And I'm looking pretty dishevelled. It's a bit of a mess, really, isn't it?
We have been working.
I have. I've been in the heat of Franklin's Gardens.
But it was hot as well.
Oh, I melted. It was not great. Hello, everybody. Liz is here. And I'm there.
Look, we're right next to each other. Physically together.
Look at that hat hair. It's fantastic. Episode 27 of the Ladies Wot Pod, and we're both in South Northamptonshire again.
I know. Sunny, glorious South Northamptonshire.
It's still sunny now. Yeah, it's amazing. And first off, cake. Lesley.
Thank you, Lesley. We were gifted cake.
We were gifted cake. Yes. We turned into a test match special.
Oh, I told you this was a mistake because we can't talk now.
That's for some. That will be a blessed relief.
Yeah. Not good when you're on a pod, though.
No. Actually, you clearly are enjoying it.
I'm very enjoying it. Yeah, but you were doing the technical stuff while I was munching the cake. So
anyway,
Lesley,
really nice your
cake.
Lemon drizzle. I should be sneaking bits throughout.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Anyway, so it's Sunday evening, and I have. When did my we have a different IT department tonight?
We do. We have.
Dr. Jones is lurking outside.
Yes, because my IT department is in Germany.
Yeah. So we've got plenty to talk about.
We've loads, and we've got to start with. We've got to settle a disgruntled.
Yes, disgruntled, getting grief.
Yeah,
I know. Anyway. Wheelchair Rugby team, you are absolute superstars. You won 3 of your 4 games. I don't know what your coach, Phil, was doing with the 4th game. No. I'd have words if I
Making excuses. Making excuses.
Yes. No, brilliant stuff, guys. You were at Stoke Mandeville today, won 3 of your 4 games. I know one in particular was the first one, much relish. But no, well, brilliantly played. And as you know, some of you know, there's a donation on its way. So I owe a big thank you to everybody who's bought photos, because as a result, I'm able to send some funds to the Wheelchair Rugby team. Good. So well done, guys. Well done to Jamie and the crew. Phil, I don't know what you were doing, but still. Anyway, so
I was going to say, are you saying that the other 3 wins were despite him and because of him?
What? You know,
who knows?
You know that Jamie was there. So
you don't pick on us, Phil.
No,
and then
don't pick on the ladies' Wot.
Yeah,
no.
We love you really, and we'll see you on Tuesday night.
Yes, much love. So yesterday. Well, let's start with yesterday, and then we'll talk about the Lightning game.
Yeah, let's get I said yesterday out of the way. Well, I had bumped into Mitch earlier in the week. You cake while I talk.
Cake, yes.
And in fact, Monday, and I'd asked him how he was and how everybody was, how they were feeling after Dublin, and he said we're okay. They'd obviously gone. Apparently, had quite a good night out on Saturday night, and done stuff on Sunday. All travelled home together and sort of got the angst out there, and I can't remember whether he actually used the words, we're going to give Gloucester a good stuffing, but it was words to that effect. Don't worry, Gloucester will be on the sticky end of. So I wasn't worried. I was quite confident that there would be a backlash. But even I couldn't see what a backlash.
Yes, that was one hell of a backlash.
You talk, I'll eat.
Right, your turn. Yes, so it was 10 years to the day since we beat Wasps.
Oh.
Yes, 74-13. I kept saying 74-10 yesterday until Liz Tyler rightly corrected me and said, no, Claire, 74-13. And that felt a bit of a shellacking.
It did.
For Wasps. But yesterday was, well, extraordinary. I'm not surprised because I saw training and they were buzzy. You know, everything was moving incredibly fast, incredibly slick. And
to be honest, I think their training sessions against each other was probably more of a challenge than yesterday's game was.
Well, I thought the Wanderers, I thought they gave a great account of themselves. In fact, in the warm-up, I thought, there were some pretty heavy hits going in. So yes, so and you kind of knew. So I start of the game, I did the run out, and what a lovely moment!
Oh yeah, it was
what
quite
a
emotional.
lovely moment with Courtney and with Alex, and the run out
with the children.
And fireworks that actually were quite impressive, rather.
One that had been found in somebody's mum's shed.
Yeah. And so that was lovely. And then, of course, I realised I'm in the middle of the pitch.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So
Would you
as
like to talk us through this?
Yes, well, I thought I could go the long way round, but no, I can't be asked. So I went, and I thought, well, they've got to get the big, shirt off the pitch, and then they've got to get rid of all the firework bits. So I thought, I'm going to go that way. And I had a chat with the lovely Mr. Tempest as I went past.
What did you say to him?
Well, I said, I will leave your pitch, Mr. Tempest, I promise. And he was quite gracious. Yeah, he was very gracious, and said, no, don't worry. And
he seemed in a very jolly mood because we greeted him as Halos because we were on gate 3. So we greet all the officials.
Very good.
Hello, here to help. Anytime. And he said, I think I know where I'm going. And I think your husband said, yes, it's the big green bit in the middle. But he seemed quite chipper and buoyant.
Oh, he was very good. And I took his photograph for the game, and I got the raised eyebrow look.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes, you're taking photographs of me. So, yes, and Ian Tempest is one of the lovely guys.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have one of my favourite moments.
Oh, yes.
Comedy moments in rugby.
Was it his 100th?
It was his 100th game at Worcester. And Dan was having one of his Dan moments, when he turned into a 4-year-old having a.
Well, no, I think you're overestimating his age there. Two.
All right, two.
Toys out the pram.
Toys out the pram.
Stampy footy tantrumy thing.
Yes. And so Mr. Tempest looks at Dan and says, in his broad Scouse accent, calm down. And of course, everybody on Reflink just, collapsed. And even Dan, you couldn't be annoyed.
You've got to stop having a tantrum at that point. Yeah,
just stop. Anyway, so eventually I got off the pitch. I say eventually. It wasn't that long. And then we scored in the 49th second.
Yeah.
So I'd hurtled down. Well, I don't really hurtle, but I'd gone down the side of the pitch and then noticed the attack. And picked up my camera and started firing. And George scored in front of me, which was rather nice.
Very nice.
Yes, but so you kind of knew it from that.
Yeah. It was a statement of intent, wasn't it?
Yes. And then only a few minutes later, in goes Dingers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it was a bit one-way traffic. You made an observation about what happened at half-time with the Mr. Miller's crew and their forks, which kind of illustrated the point.
It did rather. So we're watching the half-time entertainment. Well, we weren't watching the real entertainment because we had no idea what was going on with that. But we're watching the ground staff, and one of them wandered up and looked in where Gloucester should have been attacking, and came back having done nothing. So now it's all down here. So all the divots, everything, all the work the ground staff had to do was down the south end.
Yes,
where we'd been rampaging around
about the
at
place.
will.
And there was much rampaging.
There was. Well, I think there was everything. There was rampaging. There was hurtling. There was galloping. A bit of galloping, only in the first half because he went off. A bit of galloping, some cantering. Everything. Every forward movement at speed that you want to.
A lot of hitting things very hard. Yeah.
Did I mention hurtling?
There was hurtling. I mean, we did have, of course, Ollie going for a little visit over the.
Yes, quite early on. There was no need for that Gloucester player to put him over the barricades.
And it was rather
They're not
stupid.
barricades, are they? What are they called?
LCD advertising, but yeah.
Well, he went over the Toblerones. He went.
No, there aren't Toblerones there. They're LCD adverts.
Well, whatever it
They're
looked.
all, LED lighting. Over he went.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that turned the DEFCON level.
That went from just normal Ollie, slightly angry, to DEFCON 11.
Yes.
I think so. Yeah, that was an error to make Ollie that angry that early on.
Well, yes, and Dr. Jones has offered that we're going to have an oleometer.
We're going to have an oleometer.
We're going to have an oleometer
season, probably.
For next season, we're going to have an oleometer and what DEFCON level he reached, and we were certainly well.
Yeah, he came up from behind those advertising hoardings looking...
And then he got a bit crosser because he didn't catch the ball.
Yeah.
And then he kicked the ball dead.
And it went, yeah.
And so, the DEFCON meter was getting a bit stressed.
Yeah.
So I was quite pleased when he finally scored because I thought
bit of
bits would
release
start
for everybody,
flying off.
wasn't it?
Yes. And then we had the
baby thing.
So congratulations to the...
Well done.
Yes, well done.
To the Slight Home family.
Brood. Yes, now. Yes.
Yeah.
Little girl, Lyra.
Yeah, Lyra.
Oh, very sweet.
And apparently Ollie had 3 hours sleep.
Yeah, well, I worked out that it's 1 hour sleep per try.
Fair enough. That's how to get him going.
Yeah.
Well,
to chuck him over the advertising without any sleep.
Without any sleep, I think so.
Yeah, well, then, Vesty, that's one for you.
Yeah, get on with that.
Yep.
And the shape of our D was obviously, perfect shape.
Well, and it was interesting because I did my usual walk round to the technical area at the end of the game. And showing how thorough we are about our D, Fergs was not letting them off at the end of the game when Gloucester were attacking. Fair dues for keeping going in some manner or form. Fergs was not having it that they might score, and neither was Tom Bullock. And of course we retrieved the ball. Now, years gone by, we'd have gone,
whatever. Well, there was in the 78th minute there was a line out very close to where we sit. And sort of there's 15,000 people going, they might as well score now. It's a bit embarrassing, really. Let them have a point after they've missed the penalty. Oh dear. And then I looked at the Saints' faces, and I went, well, they're not going to let them score. There was like resolute.
Were you going to face Radders?
No, I wouldn't. No.
Yeah, there he is with a nice 0.
Yeah.
The shape of the D perfect, and then someone lets the opposition score.
Yeah, there was no,
we're not having that. No, it was. And Dingers, I noticed, was having loads of fun in defence, but he was having an even more fun in attack.
Yeah.
And I noticed that at Croke Park. It's almost like suddenly he's decided he's going to become a key. I mean, he's always been good at attack, but he was all very subtle. But now I'm getting stuck in now.
Yeah.
I'm making line breaks.
Well, I think,
I
suspect it's because he's confident in that the others are enjoying defence as much as he used to, and he can trust them to. He can leave them to it and have a bit of. He's not having to keep his eye on the defence the whole time. But no, they all looked like they were having an absolute ball, and
they did. Mr. Coles and Mr. Moon.
Yeah.
Joanno.
I thought they were desperately trying to get Courtney to score, but
I think we were almost in Martin Bayfield carry him over the line territory.
Yeah.
Yes. So talking of scorers,
yes,
I made because we actually have notes in my posh notebook. So congratulations to Manny for scoring his first try for the club.
Lovely
on his 50th appearance.
He was still wearing his cap much later.
Well, they're not supposed to take it off.
Ever.
Yeah, that's it. You stapled. No, whilst on the day you're supposed to leave it.
Oh, that would have been fun on the social then.
Yes. And then Tom James, the thing of beauty.
Oh, that was absolute joy, wasn't it?
Captured brilliantly, I thought, by Lewis on the old videography. He's good. He's good at that. A thing of beauty, an absolute thing of beauty. But the passing was just.
Yeah. There was a lot of crazy passing. There was a lot of towards the end. There was some Harlem Globetrotter stuff.
Well, going on, Tamo over the top with a Gloucester player stretching as far, and don't bother. Tamo's about 6 inches taller than you. Yes,
there was some nice stuff. I have to. You think you've beaten somebody 90-0. You can only play what's in front of you. The lads were having a ball. It was exactly what they needed to do after the past 2 weeks. So there's people on social media, well, it's a bit loose in places. That'll be punished. They wouldn't play like that if they were playing Saracens. It's not like, oh no.
Oh, I don't know.
It's just it's an insult to rugby.
Eh? Beating the opposition 90-0?
Yeah, apparently so. I don't know whether we shouldn't. I'm not quite sure what we should have done about that. That wasn't our fault that Gloucester sent who they sent. That's Gloucester's problem. If Gloucester have not got the strength in depth, then...
Well, there were some internationals on that
There were.
pitch. So, we're all going, oh, they're just youngsters. I don't think Sacchino's a youngster.
No.
There are quite a few 30
Lewis Ludlow's looks like he's had a hard paper round anyway. Didn't start.
Yes. Well,
he's
anyway.
upset. He's upset the Gloucester fans this morning. Or last night.
Yeah,
as if they weren't upset enough.
But we have been there, haven't we?
We have been there. We've absolutely been there.
But we went down the gallows humour route.
We did. We
the,
did. So apparently, on Twitter, one of the Gloucester supporters groups had a bit of a hissy fit about losing 90-0, paying to go to the Gardens to watch it as well, and he weighed in and called them idiots.
Foolish.
So he now has to apologise, and it's been deleted, and you just think, oh,
don't do it. Don't do it.
It's tough. Don't just to have somebody there going, no, don't press send.
Don't press that button.
Don't press send.
Don't press that button.
Yeah. So.
And
Anyway,
then
I have to say that Gloucester never gave up. They weren't like Leicester Tigers. They were still trying to play right up to the end. But that poor lad taking that penalty. Oh, dear me.
Charlie Atkinson.
Is that who it was?
Mm-hmm.
Catkinson was what his name looked like.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? Unfortunate. Because they've got several Atkinsons in the team.
I thought that was probably
You could actually have a back line of Atkinsons.
Okay, that might have helped.
Yes.
To be honest.
So yes, one you did feel for the poor lad, as Eddie Waring once said. Yes.
Elliot Miller.
Yes.
What was Fremo doing was the only thing he could say after the game.
Well, I think the feelings were mutual given the look between the two of them.
Yes.
Yeah, so Elliot clearly is our new winger.
Clearly.
I'm not sure we wanted a prop as a winger.
I'm sure we didn't.
But we got one. And but the huge cheers from the Gardens. So well done to the Gardens for recognising talent blossoming before our eyes.
And we wonder. So I think the Pooh song had changed to "Don't Stop Me Now."
Yes, he was off.
He was,
Yeah, he was off. And I don't think Fremo had any idea what he was doing.
No.
So, don't worry, Fremo. The rest of us were completely oblivious as well. Try of the day, though. Oh, Curtis, well done for getting 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well done for getting 2. And looking slightly... I don't know what was going on with the first one. He looked very strange when he knelt up. Anyway.
Well, I think he'd been slightly injured before, because I was wondering whether he needed emergency pikelets running onto the pitch.
Oh, I look forward to the day that happens.
Well, it's never going to happen.
That'll surprise Nathan, a woman of
business. No, out of the way, emergency pikelets. It's never going to happen. But yes, I think that possibly was why I was looking a bit. But I do think Sam Matavesi could have waited till he'd actually got off the pitch before scoring when placing it.
Yes, that did seem a bit harsh.
Yeah.
But he had got 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I suppose so.
Yeah.
But I think the most popular try of the day went from the man who ran from 60 metres and chipped over everybody, according to him.
It must be the halfway line by now.
Well, the Whedon Road chippy round the corner, back round, up Abbey Street, back round into the Whedon Road chippy, and then
started in the Thomas Beckett.
Yes. So started a quick pint beforehand. Yes, Alex Sue Waller, well done, fantastic try. And I captured it. It was good.
Brilliant. Yeah, it was a lovely capture.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely capture.
And I thought Mr. Rogers captured a very nice team celebration as well. So
good.
I think the Togs did him proud.
Yes, there was a lot of dust swirling around at that point.
Yes, I have to say my eyes were a little damp.
A lot of dust, or it could be hay fever, but I don't know.
And several people asked me what he was doing, and he was laughing because it was really funny that he, yonked in.
It was funny. It was funny
via the Whedon Road, Chippy, Abbey Street, the Thomas à Becket, and various other places. So well done, everybody. 90-0.
Yeah.
And what that means, of course, is
home semi,
31st of May,
Friday Night Lights.
Does
this have a familiar ring?
Not 2014 vibes, here we come.
Yeah.
I know there's been some folks who are a bit disappointed that it is on a Friday night, but anyone who went to that 2014 semi-final knows that if we can get close to the atmosphere of that game.
I was like, other Friday nights though, did we not play too long on Friday night?
Played too long Friday night, played Saracens on Friday
night. The Friday nights, special nights.
They do tend to suit us. So, yes, and of course it'll be that lovely end of May, beginning of June, long evening.
Yeah.
You know, the sun won't set until very late in the game. So
I have to drink Pimm's. It's a health drink.
Health drink.
You've got all your 5 a day there.
Oh yes, talking of drinks, I've got mine up there.
Yours there.
I'll go and get that in a minute.
It's not Pimm's.
No,
it's not even alcoholic yet.
No, it's got berries in it. It's very nice.
Yes,
almost healthy.
Yeah, definitely.
So well done to the team. Their aim at the start of the season, if everyone remembers, Dallas was quite open about it. Home semi-final. Yeah. So we've achieved that. I think actually the run in Europe was a bonus. They wanted to do better than they've done. And I think
it wouldn't have been hard to do better than they've done.
Talking of cricket scores where it was painful, La Rochelle. Yes.
Talking of times when you cheered winning a penalty as if you'd won the competition,
yes.
La Rochelle.
Yeah. So the team have come on leaps and bounds, and ironically, we've still got some significant players to come back. Lewis, Tom Pearson,
yeah. Nice to see Berger Odendahl coming back.
And Tom Seabrook's really looking good. He's coming into it. So it's good to see those guys back.
Yeah. So, I must say, when we were looking at the bench, warming up and going, oh, that's going to be great, isn't it? I'd really love to be a Gloucester player thinking, there's that I've seen that. Well, yeah, I've seen that Berger Odendahl play. I really want him running at me. And Temu. And
reminds me of the comment that I once got very early. So this was in our National Division 1 season.
Yeah.
When we were playing Coventry, and the estate agent who was playing at Lock said to me afterwards, yes, well, 50 points down and they bring on Carlos Spencer. It had that feel to it, didn't it?
Definitely did have that feel to it. Yeah.
Put the knife in and twist it.
and I was going to say, I felt for George Skivington as well, because he's a thoroughly nice chap. But earlier in this season, even, there were people on social media decrying Douse. He's out of his depth. We need somebody like George Skivington. Well, be careful of what you wish for. And I'm glad we've got who we've got.
Yeah. I'm very happy with, and the tweak that they needed to make to the coaching team,
Mr. Radders,
and the change of responsibilities of the likes of James Crett.
Yeah.
And the role of Jake Sharp. We're working with Vesti and Jim King. It all just works. Yeah. And Ferg's doing Ferg stuff. So yes, it just works.
So, yes, we're very happy Ladies Wot.
We're very happy Ladies Wot, and we should be really when you get results like that.
Yes.
And so afterwards we had a lot of stuff going on,
there was a lot of stuff. There was a lot of stuff.
And you needed a special wristband to get onto the pitch.
Oh, well, there's tales behind that as well, because it was Malcolm, the steward on Gate 3, who was in charge of the wristbands.
Oh, so bribery could take place, could it?
I don't know. I was not privy to that. But I know
you might say, why did you need a wristband? Because they needed to limit.
Because that pitch has got to stay that pitch, isn't it?
Well, it was needed today.
Yeah.
And it's needed now for a home semi-final. So they did exactly the right thing. The Academy presentations happened in exactly the same place that the Academy presentations always happen. So individually, I'm not going to go through the list, but we've met several of them before, haven't we?
Oh, Rafe.
Mr. Vyman, who did who sang the Shoe Army song. Yeah. I know the words, sir. I know the words.
Pick me.
Pick me. So yes,
and Rafe.
Yes, and a Tonga.
And a Tonga. Hard to believe he's even bigger than Tiny. Does that make him tinier? Because he's bigger than his dad.
He was in training doing a lot of running around. I think suddenly it dawned on him that, yes, it's great being a Saints player, but now I've got to run an awful lot. Yes, the S&C guys have already got stuck into him. So even though they're not in pre-season, they are learning the ropes. Yeah.
But talking about Academy, that young lad, Logan, He's huge, isn't he?
Yes, and every time I see him, he seems to get Hoja.
Yes.
He's like, oh, hello.
Yeah, I was looking at that. Good grief. You're a unit, young man.
Yes, he's another one that gets stuck in training.
Yeah.
He puts it about a bit. I've seen him playing at 8, interestingly.
Oh.
I don't know whether they were just using him as an anchor for the scrum, but he's a bit of a unit. And I stupidly patted Henry Pollock on the back because I needed to take a photograph of him in his t-shirt, and it was like hitting concrete. I was like, for God's sake, where's that come from?
That's very, very much like my own. Abs. No, absolutely never, ever.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
we owe Mr. Pollock an apology.
We do, huge apology, because we were so tired and slightly raging about Dublin, and we forgot to mention that he had been the under-20s player of the Six Nations. Understandably.
Yes, and I thought Lewis's presentation to him was perfect.
Lovely, absolutely perfect.
Yes.
And that
Academy personage nailed. Yes.
Yeah. But I think that shows why we don't have any egos, because nobody's allowed to develop one.
No. Henry's working hard on it, but Lewis is unpicking it as fast as he's working hard on it. So, and it'd be interesting to know who gets that job next year.
Oh, I should imagine there'd be a queue of people, to be honest. It's always fun.
Yes, because it is that time of year, as it says on my notepad. It's the award season, everybody.
Season, yes.
So Henry, of course, Ollie won Player of the Month. Not that. No.
Sorry, I was going too soon. Going too soon.
So recently, month before last, he won Player of the Month, and then Supporters
Club voted him as our Player of the Season. It was quite a close thing, I think. I think we had more votes this year than we'd had before.
Very good.
Which is really good because it's all done online. So it was good to see. And there were quite a lot of names voted for because it's been that sort of season, actually.
Yeah, it shows the performance of the team. It really does. So congratulations to Mr. Slightham. And he's got his award. He's got his cup, which you've apparently told him he's got to clean.
Yeah, it's quite a big trophy, and I pointed out it needed to be kept clean.
And then he's got a little glass thing.
He's got a little glass thing to keep.
Yes.
He did look slightly horrified when I told him it got to be kept clean. It doesn't, Ollie. The engravers will clean it. It's the state it's come back from some people's caring.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It doesn't bear thinking about.
It has to be fished out from the back of a wardrobe and stuff to be given in with. Don't think about it.
Well, there you go. Tuesday night, of course.
Oh, yes.
We're in our best bib and tucker, aren't we?
Yeah, I've nearly finished mine.
Oh, yes, you're making
mine, yeah.
Oh. So it's annual
end of season awards dinner and drinks.
And Jolly Japes.
Japes and disco dancing for those who want. Yeah.
Yes, so looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yes, it's always good. And the media team always put on a good show with their videos and
it's David Flatman hosting it, isn't it?
Yes, so it is Flats. So it'll be interesting to see because it was Babes last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, they alternate it apparently.
Oh, that's good. Yes. We have had some crackingly bad ones, but neither of those two were in that category. If you think of...
No.
There's one very unfortunate one who wasn't. Who was slightly the worse for wear before we even got going.
I think I know who you mean. I don't think I was there, but I think I know who you mean.
Yes, moving on.
Yep.
Right.
Yes, it doesn't... Yeah. Okay. We've turned over 2 pages here now.
No, I've turned over 1.
Oh, 1 a page. Just checking that we're not missing... Because having been hailed by Mr. Guttridge about... Oh, oi!
Yeah.
I want to speak to you because we haven't mentioned Wheelchair Rugby. I don't want to miss anybody.
No, I don't think we've missed... Well, we have, in the sense with there are other games this weekend that we haven't talked
that we will get to. Yes.
But I think, yes, it's... I mean, of course, we've still got the European Awards to be announced. Courts and Finn are up for that.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised. It'll be
somebody Irish.
It'll be somebody Irish or French. But anyway... It's the thought that counts. They're in the list.
They're in the mix, weren't they?
And happy birthday to Finn.
Yeah.
So you see, Finn's got it. Simon Zebo, if you remember,
Yeah,
when they were singing.
Yeah.
Are you all
Sorry,
right?
I'm all right. I've got my stripes were out of order.
Oh no. Simon Zebo.
OCD much? Yeah.
Yes.
Simon Zebo.
If you remember when the crowd was singing to him, he basically
Stopped playing and
started doing this. Finn's got it nailed.
Just ignored them, didn't he?
No.
Wave.
No, far more subtle than that. Little hand gesture, by his hip, little hand gesture, just one little finger doing that.
Bless him.
For those of you who can't see, it's just one little finger doing that. That was it. Lasted less than 2 seconds. Everybody in the crowd happy. On we go.
And he went.
Yes.
Yeah. That young man, I was saying that the contrast there when you think that he, 18 months ago, 2 years ago, I've lost track of time, 2 years ago, wasn't it? Was on playing for Worcester on the receiving end of a blasting, not quite as bad as that, but still pretty bad. And then yesterday was running that game like a taskmaster. I mean, it was. You can see the way he
and
marshals
still getting stuck in defence.
Oh, his defence. He's. I mean, good grief, the boy is a lunatic in defence.
As I've said before, you could tell Johnny Wilkinson was a hero.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yes,
absolutely immense young man.
And Vesti is doing a superb job.
Yeah.
Developing his talents, and he's clearly enjoying himself. So, yes. So we ought to say the other games this weekend.
Yes.
We've talked about the Wheelchair Rugby guys, but we also need to congratulate Bedford Blues.
Yes. Yeah.
Down at the Richmond Athletic Ground, or whatever it's called, at London Scottish. Snuck a win in London.
That's good. In that there London.
Well done, guys. Having a nice end to the season. Ealing Trailfinders won the championship.
Okay.
But weirdly won it by both teams at the top losing. A bit odd, anyway. But they won it.
What was that ridiculous thing in the championship when the top 8 then had playoffs?
Oh yeah, they then had playoffs and nobody watched it, and then eventually it ended up with the teams that were top anyway playing each other. Yeah, that was all a bit.
It was a bit crazy. That
was a bit crazy. That. Lightning, I was there this afternoon, and
in the sunshine again.
Against
the Gloucester team again.
A very different Gloucester team, stacked with internationals, and unbeaten in 13 games when they came to the Gardens. They're now unbeaten in 14. But I have to say, unlike yesterday's team, the Lightning team really stuck at it and scored 4 tries against a very, very good Gloucester Hartpury team.
Yeah.
So congratulations, ladies. You really put it about.
Well done, Lightning. Yeah.
And Emily Scarrett's boot. Oh my goodness. Second half, we were faffing about in that's a technical term, in Lightning's half, and Emily just thought, nah, I'm not going to play here. Got out the howitzer and put in a Nick Beale-esque 50-22.
Oh.
And yes, the crowd went yip yip crazy. And the Gloucester Hartpury girls were like, where the dickens
did that come from?
So yeah, no, they played. They were really up against it. Our new prop, whose name I'm Laura, who came from Worcester, and I apologise, Laura, because you played brilliantly. Laura Keats, tight head prop, came from Worcester, playing her first game for Lightning, and did brilliantly. Did brilliantly.
Good.
And scored a try in front of me, and I said thank you afterwards.
Oh, that's excellent. So she's learned that bit quickly then.
And she's a ginger too.
Excellent.
Yeah, with freckles, so you know. So well played, Laura. And it was good to be seeing the Lightning women again, because I haven't really had much chance this season.
It's all been a bit full on.
It's all a bit full on and clashing, and it's going to clash again when we're in
But
Bath.
it's quite hard when you've got Saints, Bedford and Lightning to cover. There's going to be clashes.
Yes, and they have, but this season seems particularly clashy. But anyway, well done, Lightning, for sticking at it and getting that bonus point for the 4 tries. Photography corner. She's looking at her watch.
Oh, it's only because the chicken's cooked.
Oh, is it? We've only done half hour.
I know. Well, we started late. So, apologise for this slight domestic thing here.
Yes, very nicely. Liz is Dr. Jones and I having dinner. It's very nice. Photography corner. Oh God, there was a lot of it. There was a lot of photography.
A lot of photography. A lot of different photography as well.
Well,
Not
it
just
started
sitting on your
off-
fishing stool.
Yes, it started off in fine style in the barn. High performance centre.
Oh yes, yeah. Yes.
With Buckingham were being coached by the community coaches, and my highlight of that by a long chalk was Toby Cousins and Jake Garside being given the runaround by the under-7s. Yes.
They're slippery little
They're
things,
all
under
slippery little
Yeah.
things, yes. And Jake trying to work out how this kid's tag belt went on. That was one of them.
That'd be quite, yeah. Be
Yes,
something
and then
fun.
realising he hadn't got one for himself. Anyway, yes. So, it was great to see. And the parents were all there, enjoying every moment. So that was good. So that was the first bit. And then I nipped into the changing room whilst the team were in the middle of the pitch to take some photographs because I wanted to capture... Well, we didn't know then whether it was going to be the last home game or not. Certainly Mr. Laws and Mr. Waller's position 1 and position 6 in the changing room, which I did. And then the game, when everything is just... Oh, then I had to do the run out.
You did.
Did the run out, yes, and lots of kids with... Anyway. And there seemed to be an awful lot of mascots.
Yes.
A lot of mascots, which I had to get photos of, and I think I got everybody.
You'll know if
and
you
then
haven't.
and then I had my little conversation with Mr. Tempest in the middle of the pitch, and then 49 seconds into the game, the first try was scored, and off we went. So photography corner was a bit breathless to start, and then we had, best part of an hour and a half, 2 hours of mayhem,
Non-stop.
running
at the Red Hat.
and then it didn't stop because we had all the presentations and the academy, and I'm still wading my way through the 40 trillion photos. The good news is the cameras went very well, so
Good.
good. And
Talking of presentations, I feel we need to think of our player of the match.
Oh, we
our
do.
Sgt Wilson award.
Oh,
and
yes.
there's a special award this week, the Luther Burrell Award, going from standing up, quite decent human being, to snivelling mess in the blink of an eye, thanks to Graham McKechnie.
yeah, he's making people cry again, everybody.
Yes, bully. He's
Yeah,
bully.
yeah. Every year he does it.
Just
I think
picks
the
on
club would do
somebody.
something.
Yeah.
Well, yes. So let's start with the Ladies Wot Player of the Match.
Do you know? No. Yes, I'm going, because it was his birthday, Finn Smith.
Finn Smith. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, the official one, and the reason why we're not picking him was
Ollie.
Ollie. That's why we're not picking him. But well played, Ollie. Finn.
I think he only got it because he'd scored all the tries and was still on the pitch, whereas all the other try scorers had been subbed.
Well, except for Sam.
Well, no, but he'd come back on. He'd not played the full game, as
I
he
see
said.
what you mean.
So,
Yeah,
but
so I
that's-
think I'm with you there for Finn.
I think the way he orchestrated, kept them at it. He kept the boys honest and kept the attack going.
And he clearly hadn't been at the Haribo too soon.
No,
I've
he'd
done
not
with it.
shared his Haribo and made them
No.
overexcited.
Yeah.
So well done, Finn.
Yeah, very
so
good.
I think, I
Ladies
think
Wot
he
Pod
gets it.
Player of the Match, Finn Smith. Well done.
Sgt Wilson Award
Ooh.
goes to you. I won't get off your pitch, Mr. Tempest.
I don't think I can win it, can I?
Yeah, of course you can.
Oh, right, okay.
There's nothing to win, is there?
No, I mean, yeah.
And why not? Everybody else was being thoroughly decent anyway. Nobody was having well, probably Gloucester were, but nobody on our side was having a whine, so it doesn't really matter.
No, everyone seemed to be...
Everyone quite jolly and chipper.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever you say, ref. another penalty to us. Okay, that'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll have that. Yes, yes.
So your
thank
your
you.
exchange with
my first award.
yes,
Oh,
with
thank you.
Mr. Tempest gives you the
Mr.
Sergeant
Tempest.
Wilson Award. And then the Luther Burrell Award for it. Last year was Mikey Haywood, though we weren't doing the pod, but it was Mikey Haywood.
He went, yeah.
He went, and that was a surprise. And this year, Lewis Ludlam.
Oh,
Quick.
Yeah, Graham only asked one question and you were off.
How are you? Or something. Hi. Wasn't quite like that, but bless
Far
him.
off.
No, it wasn't far off. Bless him.
I mean-
My heart went out to him, but
Yes,
again,
and-
it was a bit dusty when I was
Yes.
sitting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yes, it was. Yes, and it's quite hard taking photographs because you don't really want to be,
Don't want to intrude.
Intrude.
Graham never lets up, does he?
No.
He's got him in tears, got him on the ropes, and just carries on. So do you think you're going to enjoy France? I don't know. Do you think you'll miss this? Yes, that's my club. I mean, it was just cruel, really.
Yes, kick a man when he's down.
Yeah. Yeah, well done, Graham.
Yeah, well done,
I think we
Graham.
might have the Graham Keckney Award for kicking a man while he's down. But no, Lewis, I actually think what has happened, he hadn't fully realised what saying goodbye meant.
Yes.
I think it was just that, my God.
Yes, it's real. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. And well done to John White. Did you notice the expert pointing towards me and Dave Rogers that was going on? He said before the game he was going to do it. There you go.
He's done this before, hasn't he?
He's an expert, is John. Yes, because they look anywhere. It's like, the stands. Yeah. If you want that photo record, guys, you do have to look down the lens. Well done to everybody who won a cap.
Yes.
Yes. Including Manny, who won his yesterday. And they all wore their caps. They all look very, very good. Very smart. Yes.
So all good.
All good. So,
have we missed anything? Check the list.
Well, toaster under nine.
Toaster nine. Oh no, they. I was going to say, I saw Harry this morning, and he said, "Are you going to talk about me on your pod?" And I went, "Well,
only if you're going to do something."
I was going to say Toaster under nines.
And here we are
their
talking
season
about him.
finished, and he went, "Yes, but I've come to see you this morning." And I went,
Well, there
"There
you
you
go, he's on the pod.
So you've managed it. Well
Well
done,
done, Harry. You inveigled your way on the pod anyway.
I don't think we
Walking rugby.
Oh, well, I don't know because I've not been here, have I? Because I was in Newcastle singing. On Thursday. So it's still going. It's still going on, and I think they might have a game coming up in a couple of weeks. Not sure. I will be able to tell you more next week.
Are the injuries repaired?
No, the injury's not repaired, but I feel we need to
go
go and check on their defence. The shape of their D's probably
very good.
all over the place.
Yes,
now.
well, there you go. So, okay. So that's good.
Yes.
And Supporters Club. Well, you've been busy. What, one thing and another? Awards and buses and
buses. Oh yeah, the buses. Well, we talked about the buses. We've got a bus still going to Bath. That I think there may be some spaces still left on that. And then don't think we're going to do buses to the final.
Right.
Because the club are going to do buses to the final, and
if we get there, no chickens are
no
counted.
chickens. There are no small hens being numbered at this
out
point.
The window. No, not a hen inside.
If we get there, I think that we'll just leave that up to the club rather than having a club within a club.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's the sort of conversations we have with the club. Halo news.
Oh yes, how are the Halos? Dr. Jones is.
We're loving that. We're loving the Halos.
Here to help.
Love it. Yeah, here to help. You meet all sorts of people. It's lovely. So hello to Jane, who asked the question about the camera, and her husband. So that was lovely to meet them. And somebody else came up and said us something about the pod and wandered off again.
Well, there's a gentleman who is a blind listener.
And that's Jane's husband.
That's
yes.
Jane's husband. Well,
so I was talking to Jane, and he went, "That's Liz from the pod." And I went, "Yes, it is." That's good.
Recognise your voice.
Somebody else.
Well, we learned that you are the talent, and I'm merely a button pusher.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know how to push buttons, and that's.
Yes, I've got so many buttons to push.
He's like, you would not. I mean, the dashboard display of this thing.
It is the
terrifying.
Rolls Royce. It's the Rolls
terrifying.
Royce, isn't it?
There's so many things. Oh yeah, no.
And so yes, so we're off to Bath next week.
Off to Bath. Yep. And
And we don't actually know who we're playing, even though we know we're in the playoffs.
Yes, because we don't know whether we're going to finish first or second, and we also don't know who's going to finish third or fourth, because it's all there for the taking. Because Bristol play Harlequins, don't they? Sale play Saracens.
At Saracens.
Where they've never won.
We play Bath.
It's an interesting one. Interesting one. So we'll all be supporting Sale.
Sale. My brother will be pleased. He's a Sale supporter for reasons I still don't know why. But anyway.
Okay.
Moving on.
Yeah.
So we're heading west.
Heading west.
I will probably... It's going to rain this week, so I'll probably sink in the mud.
Of course it's going to rain. It's Bath. We could be in, 1976 territory, and the day we go and play at Bath, it'll rain.
Yes, and you'll all get wet in those open stands.
Having paid an absolute fortune. Mm-hmm. And it'll be warm and wet, so in your Mac, you'll be getting as sweaty and wetting. Ooh, no.
I need to say thank you to somebody. Thank you to Debbie Tite, who looks after the tunnel. She's part of the safety team who looks after the tunnel. She looked after my bag. I was allowed in her special room.
She's very nice. It's very lovely as Debbie, isn't she?
Very lovely as Debbie. Looks after us well.
Yeah.
But it meant I had
always cheerful. Always cheerful.
Oh, I can see. I've seen her grumpy. She can
she can get grumpy, but mainly...
Yes, normally smiling.
It's not... I was going to say, she has to put up with a lot of ridiculousness from people and stewards. And she manages to be mainly more cheerful than I think I would be.
Yes.
She's not punched anybody yet.
Well, I don't know. I don't imagine she has.
Well, I don't imagine she has. Can't imagine
she wouldn't be on the tunnel.
Job, but yeah.
But no, she does a grand job. So thank you, Debbie,
yeah.
for rescuing my bag and my little fishing stool so I could go and wander around on the pitch. And yes, and a lot of goodbyes. And the reason I haven't listed them is because we haven't really said goodbye
yet.
And so our end of season review will say a proper goodbye to everybody who's gone.
It will, yes.
I love the fact that Mooney was saying goodbye whilst wearing his 100.
Yes.
But no, we should say goodbye properly in our end of season review whenever that happens. Cool. Well, I think that's the Ladies Wot Pod, episode 27 on a Sunday evening.
I have to rush off and rescue
She's going to rescue the chicken and I'm going to push a button.
It isn't one that's been counted either.
No, it's a roast chicken, I'm hoping. And there was only one, I'm led to believe.
You've counted a chicken.
I counted a whole chicken, but that's a real one.
Yeah, okay.
Hopefully I'm going to eat shortly.
Right. Okay.
Right, farewell everybody.
Farewell.
Have a lovely week.
Bye.
Bye.
Right.
There you go.
We'll go and rescue the chicken.
Oh, hold on. Finish and record.